What's up, Ranger Nation? It's your boy JB. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. This is the review for Power Rangers Dino Furies, episode 13. The episode was titled Super Hotshot, you guys. So before we get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on this channel or the other channel, I need you guys to do me just a big favor. Actually, do me a big favor. Go subscribe to the other channel for sure. Subscribe to that one. It's JB with JB apostrophe S. I think it's Jbsayzwhat. I'll put it up here on this. I'll try to put it up here on the screen for you guys somewhere so you guys can see it. But it's I think it's Jbsayzwhat. And the link is also going to be down in the description bar below as well. So you can click on the link. And then also, if you guys go follow me on Twitter, it's _ Jbsayzwhat. I'll also have a direct link. I'll try to have it pinned in my tweets so that way you guys can go and subscribe to that channel as well. So with that out the way, let's go ahead and discuss episode 13 of Power Rangers Dino Fury. It's actually been, I mean, it's been nice not talking about Dino Fury lately. Just dealing with the fandom. It's been toxic lately. But we're back. I'm back. And I think I heard that next Friday the whole entire season is going to be up on Netflix. I don't think that I'm going to watch it on Netflix. I think I'm just going to continue to watch it every Saturday on Nickelodeon and then just or I don't know. We'll figure it out. You guys might get the reviews every Saturday just like normal. We'll figure it out as time goes by. But with that out the way, let's discuss episode 13 of Dino Fury. Honestly, guys, the episode was a little mad to me, but we'll get through it, right? So we see the team as they're in the park and they're working out, right? So then Warden Garcia comes up and he's talking to Izzy. So he's talking to Izzy because Izzy has gone around the house and she has left these brochures for him about this particular gym that she wants to go and train with the person there, right? So like I said, she left the brochures around the house and, she's telling him she wants to go and train. And she's like, you can give me my allowance early. You can up my allowance just a little bit. And she's pleading with him, about going to this gym. So he agrees to it. And it was interesting to me, the fact that Warden Garcia agreed to Izzy going to this, gym to train with this coach, right? But if we go back to the first half of the season, he's not very supportive of Javi with his music thing, right? He had a big issue with Javi and his guitar, and it's really interesting, right? It's a stark comparison when you look at how he treats Izzy versus how he treats Javi. It's a big difference, and I wonder what is the issue? Like, what's the big deal, right? Like, why is it so easy for you to be so supportive of Izzy and her sports endeavors, but not be so supportive of Javi with his musical talent? Like, it's just very interesting to, it's just really, really interesting when you think about that aspect, that he is so supportive of Izzy, but not of Javi. And I do hope that if not in this first season, at least in the second, we get deeper into what the reasoning is, like, because it's very interesting to me, right? So meanwhile, we see Slither and Mucus, right? So Slither and Mucus, they're at this cell phone tower, right? And what they're going to do is they're going to hack into this cell phone tower so that way, anytime someone calls the Ranger hotline to, report a Sporix sighting, Slither and Mucus will intercept that phone call. That way, they will be the ones that'll go get the Sporix for Void Knight instead of the Rangers getting the Sporix, which is actually a smart idea, right? Very smart. I don't know why they hadn't thought about this before now, but it's a very good idea that they'll get the phone call and they'll get the Sporix. I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. You guys know I love this team up between Mucus and Slither. So anything between Mucus and Slither, I absolutely love it. But you guys, let's pause here and we're going to move on forward. All right, you guys. So next up, Zeto and Izzy. So I didn't mention that. So everyone was talking about with the gym that Izzy wanted to go to. The only person that agreed to go with her was Zeto. So she and Zeto, they go to the gym, and that's where we meet Coach Bella, we meet Fern, and we meet Adrian, right? And I do know that, unfortunately, I saw some of the steals from the international airing, so I do know about Fern. What do I know from the I know about Fern from the international spoilers. I know a little bit of, I don't know everything, but I do know a little bit about Boyd Knight, and that's it. Because I've been off of Twitter because I stopped tweeting. Actually, I stopped talking about Power Rangers after June. That was when episodes 9 through 11 aired on Netflix. That was literally the last time that I thought about Power Rangers. But I have some followers that tweet about Power Rangers a lot, and I just had to kind of get away from Power Rangers because it's a lot of negativity when it comes to Power Rangers. People complain about the negativity, but then they also are a part of the negativity. Just saying. So Izzy and Zeto, they're at the gym, right? Like I said, they're at the gym. They're doing this workout, right? Then at the end of it, Coach Bella says, "Well, that's the end of the free trial." I'm like, "What gym is this that they went to, where the free trial is just for one day?" Most gyms that you go to, if they give you a free trial, they give you a free trial for maybe a week or so to see if you really like it. But one day, no, you can't. I can't tell you, yeah, I want to work out with you every day after just one day of working out with you. That doesn't work for me, right? So Coach Bella tells them that if you want to take the class, that you got to, go pay for the class. So everyone starts to go pay for the class. So when people started paying for the class, that's when she hit them with the okie doke. So the okie doke was that on top of you paying for this class, you got to get the uniform that goes with the class. And Adrian is up there. He's like, "Well, my parents only gave me enough money so that I can pay for the class and not the uniform." So Adrian has on this watch, right? And she notices his watch. She's like, "Well, the watch that you have on right there, yeah, that one. What I'll do is, if you give me that watch, you can then get the uniform." I was like, "Oh, that's jacked up, man. Like, you gonna take home his watch like that? Like, that ain't right." He was like, "This watch trying to say it has sentimental meaning to him, right?" She's like, "What's more important? Like, do you want to get in this class, or is it that watch?" So Adrian parts with his watch. I'm like, "Bruh, I would have never parted with something that's sentimental." And we're definitely going to talk about the sentimental value of that watch a little bit later. So we're going to move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So we see the Rangers, and they're just, casually strolling through the city, right? Now, while they're doing that, they run into Slyther. And Slyther, he blasts at him, and that actually ripped Izzy's suit, because Izzy was able to get her suit. And, let's go a little bit back. So Izzy was, talking about how much the suit cost, uniform costs, right? And Zeto was talking about it as well, like, this is a little pricey. And it was in that moment that I was like, wait a minute, where does Zeto get his money from? Like, I was confused this entire episode. Zeto, where is Zeto getting any money from? Because you guys remember, when we first met Izzy and Javi and Zeto were going out for the same job at Buzz Blast. Javi got the job at Buzz Blast. So where in the hell is Zeto working at that Zeto is making money to buy uniforms for a class and actually pay for said class? Just interesting, right? So Slyther called on the henchmen to battle, so the henchmen and the Rangers do more, and they start to battle with the henchmen and with Slyther. So the Rangers are getting the best of the henchmen, just kicking the henchmen ass, right? Left and right, kicking their ass, right? So then we see Zeto, he is battling with Slyther. So Slyther's like, "You know what, I've had enough of this shit, so you know what, at this point, it's time for me to, ixnay and leave," right? So Slyther, he ends up leaving with the sporks that he got, right? So back at the gym, we see Izzy. So Izzy is talking to Adrian, and we find out a little bit more about Adrian's watch, right? Like I said, his watch was given to him by his grandfather, so that's the sentimental meaning. I'm like, damn, man, you parted with your watch that your grandfather gave you? All this for a uniform? Like, me personally, I would have said, "You know what, if you want me to have this uniform, like, what's wrong with what I have on? Like, we're gonna sweat. We're gonna get dirt. We're gonna get dirty. We're gonna sweat. We're gonna stink. What's so special about this uniform? Does it keep me from sweating? Does it keep me from, like, what does it do? Is it sweat resistant, sweat proof? Like, what is it? So we see everyone are starting to work out, and they're working out in the gym, right? We see Fern, she's working out. We see Adrian, he's working out. And, you know, we see Coach Bella as she's coming through, and she's just gassing everybody up. Oh my God, you're the best. Like, you should do this. She's just gassing everybody up, telling them that they're the best in the class, right? Meanwhile, Zeto overhears this. So she goes up to Izzy. She notices that she's talking to Izzy, and she notices that Izzy's uniform has a rip in it, right? And she's telling her, "Oh, your uniform has a rip in it." And Izzy's like, "Yeah, I can patch it up." She's like, "Oh no, you can't do that. You're gonna have to buy a new one." I would have told her, "Look here, lady. I already spent the arm and the leg for this damn thing. I'm not about to spend no more money for this uniform. Like, miss me with the what? The boo. Yeah, miss me with the BS. Like, I'm not gonna spend no more money on no damn uniform. It already cost a grip. What I'm gonna go home and do is I'm gonna get my knitting, my needle. I'm gonna sew it up, patch it up. You ain't gonna know the difference. So mind your business." Like that. That's what I would have told her basically. So then we move over to Buzz Blast. This is gonna be real quick. At Buzz Blast, we see Jane and Jborg, right? So Jane has created this cyber coach, and basically it worked at first because, you know, she's on the treadmill. So she asks for a towel. It gives her a towel. She says she's thirsty. She opens her mouth and it squirts water into her mouth, right? Well, that didn't go right, because I guess if you hold your mouth open too long, it thinks you want some water. So it squirted her with some water, and she's all glistening. So it shot her with about 12 plus towels. So I'm like, yeah, that was a bust. So now we're gonna move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So we see Zeto. Zeto is talking to Izzy, and Zeto is expressing his concerns about Coach Bella. He feels that Coach Bella is not who she is saying she is, right? Because he overheard Coach Bella telling every other person in the gym that they are the best, and that, so he's telling her that, right? But Izzy is saying, "No, I don't think that, I don't." Basically, Izzy telling him he doesn't know what he heard, because she's talking about how Coach Bella is the best. I'm like, she might be the best, but she is, in fact, gassing people up, telling them that they are, which I get that. If you go to a gym and you're working out with somebody, you would want your trainer to tell you you're doing a good job, right? You would definitely want it. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not the best thing either. Like, you would want your trainer to tell you, yes, you're doing good, keep it up. But the way that Coach Bella is doing it, basically just lying to people, that's an issue. So Izzy is once again talking about, the fact that she has, remember, the rip, and she has to get a new one. So she's talking to the team about it. So everyone at this point has decided that they're going to chip in. And once again, even Zeto pulled out his wallet, and it looked like it was a Velcro wallet. I'm still sitting there thinking to myself, where in the hell did Zeto get this money from? Is he selling plasma? Is he part of a research group? Like, what is Zeto doing for money, right? So then we see Izzy. So Izzy goes back to the gym to get her new suit, right? So she goes into Coach Bella's office. Coach Bella has on, literally, she has on Adrian's watch. So Izzy points that out, and basically, in a nutshell, Coach Bella calls Adrian a fool for even giving it up just for this class. And it was at that point that Izzy's like, "Oh, so you're just doing this for the money," basically. So Coach Bella before that happened, she told Izzy that she wanted her to be a trainer there, right? And Izzy was thinking about it, but then once Coach Bella put her foot in her mouth, Izzy was like, "Yeah, on that note, sis, it's a no for me," right? So she bought back Adrian's watch, and then when she left, she ran into Javi, right? So she was telling Javi what happened, and they got a phone call from Warden Garcia. So Warden Garcia is telling them about a Sporix that was spotted in Evergreen Park and for them not to go. So they were like, okay. So they were like, why didn't Solon call us? So they called Solon. They asked Solon about this, and Solon was like, "We never even got a call here about a spork, so don't know too much about that." So Izzy and Hobby, they're gonna go and check out that. They're gonna go to Evergreen Park to check that out, right? So they go to Evergreen Park. Once they get to Evergreen Park, they find Mucus, Slither, and the sporks by the name of Smarghorn there, right? So Izzy and Javi, I think it was Javi that stepped on a branch. And once he stepped on a branch, that's when Slither hurt them and blasted toward them. So they then morphed, and then they're battling with Slither. Meanwhile, Mucus and Smarghorn, they left. Now back over at the base, we have Solon, Ollie, Amelia, and Zeto, right? And they're just trying to figure out, like, why haven't we gotten any phone calls from the hotline? So Amelia uses her phone to call the hotline. And that's when Mucus and Smarghorn, they're back at the hacked phone line. So Mucus answers the phone and she's pretending to be the Red Ranger. You guys know I love Mucus. Love me some Mucus. So she's pretending to be the Red Ranger. So Amelia tells her about a fake spork sighting, right? So Mucus and Smarghorn go to where they said that the spork beast was, right? So that's when Ollie, Amelia, and Zeto meet them there, right? So twice in this episode, Mucus is like, you know what? Battle ensues. I gotta go. So she leaves Smarghorn there to battle with Ollie, Zeto, and Amelia. Now, while they're battling with him, Smarghorn lets out a big gust of smoke, right? Engulfing Ollie, Zeto, and Amelia. And he eventually leaves, right? So then they leave to go back and help fight with Slither, help Javi and Izzy with Slither, right? So they use the Dino, they use a dagger. Is it a Dino dagger? I think that's what it's called, the Dino dagger. So they start throwing it. They were throwing it left and right. So eventually they did, destroy the hacked phone line. So then back at the base, that is when Solon showed them that, that she's created this, this hack where they can't hack, they can't hack it anymore even if they tried it, right? So then we go to the park where Coach Bella told the class to meet her, right? So Izzy has given Adrian his watch back, right? And then she puts Coach Bella on blast, asking everyone, "Hey, has Coach Bella told you? Has she told anybody that you guys are the best?" And they were like, "Yeah, she told me. She told me. She told me." It's kind of like if you guys ever watched that movie Mean Girls. Has anybody ever been personally victimized by Regina George? And everyone raised their hands. That's kind of how that was, right? So Coach Slither tries to, tries to gaslight Izzy, saying that she's not that good. She's this, she's that. No, you told everybody that. So at this point, Coach Bella's out, Izzy's in, and that's the end of the episode, you guys. So let me know what you guys thought about episode. Is it 12? Episode 12. I might have said 13, but it's episode 12. It's episode 12, not 13. It's episode 12 of Dino Fury. So that's it, you guys. Be safe out there. Take care of yourselves, Ranger Nation. Wash your hands, socially distance, be blessed, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. So like I said, next Saturday, I'll see you guys again next Saturday for episode 13. I don't know if I'm going to binge watch them on Netflix and record the episode reviews and then just post them their subsequent week of airing. I don't know if I'm going to do that. So if you guys do see me and I'm in the same clothes, not this week, but if you get going forward after next Friday, if you guys see me in the same outfit, that means that I binge watched it and I pre-recorded the reviews, and I'm just going to post them each and every Saturday. But that's it, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. And also, you guys, be sure to go over to JB apostrophe S cyberspace. That link is in the description bar below. I'll see you guys later. Bye.